MLB The Show has baseball from the Lone Star State as we get a look inside Globe Life Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the LA Dodgers and the Texas Rangers. Colton Keogh makes his big league debut right after this. Zach Godley gets the starting assignment for the Rangers in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, not a very good start in his last one, Matt. Only 4 innings, so he did get a no decision, but he's a much better pitcher than that, and I know that they're expecting more than 4 innings, hopefully a win, too, out of this guy in this one.
First pitch of the at-bat. A breaking ball taken on the inner corner. And, fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty V, talk about a team on a nice little roll right now, Dero. Start this homestand bout. They've won the first 3 games, and now they open up a new series here. This could be one of those really, really good series.
Yeah, and they've been executing, Dan. We were down on the field before the game watching this team take BP, staying within themselves, not trying to do too much. A lot of smiles coming out of this team.
Here's Elvis Andrus now. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Here it comes now to Andrus. Guide into straightaway right. Harrison over to his left. 1 down. Runners on the corners now with 1 man gone. And it's back to the top of the lineup now for Elvis Andrus. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Hard back up the middle. Reined in. There's Harrison for 1. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colton Keogh comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch coming. Here it is. The cutter runs outside. Ball 1. 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. 1-1 to the Dodgers first baseman.
That swing looked kind of out of control to me. Looked like he was trying to dial 9, but when you're down by 4 runs early in the game, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
That is such a tough pitch to lay off right there, but you have to find a way. There's nothing you're going to do with that low sinker except foul it into your shin or hit a ground ball to the left side.
There you go. Good job. Good job.
Just 2 at-bats into his major league career, and he's got his first hit.
He should retire. He's hitting 500. Go home and raise a family.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Kemp. He flew out in his last at-bat. Chopped weakly to the left. He's right there. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Ready for another shot now. Colton Keogh. He picked up his first career hit in his last AB.
I can't begin to tell you, Matty, how much more comfortable this guy is in the box right now as he approaches this AB right here. Getting off the schneid and getting a big league knock changes everything.
Peterson leads off first with 1 away. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Keogh has been a great story in the baseball world lately. His game has taken some major strides since his early days in the minor leagues, and he's had to prove himself time and time again to get to this point. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
He's gone to the well with that pitch 3 times in a row. I'm interested to see if he changes it up right here.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Ready for another chance? Colton Keogh. He bats for the 4th time in his career, having already collected his first hit. Not a bad first day, huh?
Yeah, you can never take this day away from him, Matt. No matter what happens in this 4th AB, he's going to get in his car today. He's going to relive every moment, every step that it took to get here. And the fact that he has a batting average when he wakes up in the morning is huge.
Ran one in on him there as this is hit softly to third. Throw to second. Ready once again, Richard McDaniel. He got called out on strikes his last time through.
Richard McDaniel.
The 2-2. On the ground over to first. Keogh is there, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Here's Joey Gallo now.
Now batting. Designated hitter, Joey Gallo.
Hit in the air to right field. Harrison is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 9-6, the final tally in this one. The Rangers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Zach Godley earns his first win of the season. Now from the home of the Rangers, we're at Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas. Today, the 3rd and final game in this. Matt Moore starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Well, lefty Matt Moore, he's kind of been a puzzler. We've always had this saying, we want more, we want more, we want more. I think what a lot of teams want from Matt Moore is a few more balls in the strike zone. It's never been a question about the arm. 95-97 with great movement, great overhand curveball, and his changeup at times can be deadly. If he's on, he's the kind of guy that can shut down any team anywhere. The problem with Matt Moore, inconsistently throwing in the strike zone.
And here's a foul tip into the catcher's glove. Moves it to 0-2 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs, insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the chance. Digging in to try it again, Colton Keogh comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Big swing at the knuckle curve, gets nothing but air. 0-2 now.
The discipline has just been completely absent from this offense. Seems like they're always finding themselves behind the count, and a big reason why is they're swinging at all kinds of stuff that's not even in the strike zone.
Just a touch outside. 1-2. 2 runs, 3 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the. Digging in once again, Colton Keogh, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Goodness, 0-2 now.
You never want to take the aggression away from a ball player, but in this situation, I'd like to see the leadoff guy try and work the count a little bit more, especially when this pitcher's missing like he is.
Scorched to third, and that's through into left, so a leadoff single here to start the 7th.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that 3rd at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Throw over to first, and the runner back safely. Keogh on at first, nobody out. And he misses there for ball 4. So runners are at first and second now with nobody out.
And with the bases empty, you don't feel bad about walking that guy. He's capable of taking deep every time he digs in, so it's not the worst thing in the world to work around him if you can.
Hit back toward the mound. And that is through into center field, a base hit. Play at the plate, and he's out. A great throw. Next up for Los Angeles, Colton Keogh. Go-ahead run at first, nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Shot weakly to the left. To second for 1. Return throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight. Striding in once again, Matt Kemp. Is one away. The runner at first represents the potential go-ahead score. Double play is in order, however. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he'll dive back in. And again a throw, and he just manages to get his hand in. Now the 1-2 pitch. And here's a swing and a miss by Kemp as he's a strikeout casualty. 2 away.
The batter, number 10, designated hitter, Justin Turner.
Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Headed after it is Mazzara. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Settling in now, Colton Keogh. There are 2 gone and the possible go-ahead run at first. Here's the first pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
1-1 to the Dodgers first baseman.
Yeah, flip a coin right here. I don't know what you sit on. Fastball in, then a breaking ball down and away. Pick your spot and go with it.
The 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. And he strikes him out here for out number 3. So after a scoreless top. Here's Elvis Andrus now. He's got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Sinking liner toward left. And that's in there. Base hit.
Boy, D-Roll, that ball wasn't hit very hard, but when you're struggling like this guy is, any knock is a good knock.
Yeah, 100%.
It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat.
A rookie major leaguer gets a small taste of the national media spotlight. A player receives input from a coach.
Tuesday night, and we've got live baseball on MLB Network as we're at Chase Field in Phoenix tonight. Patrick Corbin will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Yeah, Matt, his last start wasn't a particularly good one. Lasted 5 innings and ended up taking the loss. He's a much better pitcher than that, and I think he's looking to at least, hopefully, pitch into the 6th or 7th inning in this one.
Well, guys, you take a look at this Diamondback squad as they begin play here tonight. It was another loss for them last time out, and that makes them 2-8 over their last 10 games.
Yeah, Matty V. Hey, D-Ro, talk about a team that's scuffling right now. I had a chance to talk to the manager before the game. He's not happy. The players aren't happy.
Yeah, and just a malaise has kind of come over this clubhouse. We had a chance, like you said, to walk through it a little bit. The boys are not jumping around. This is a big game today.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
As a hitter, you got to be staunch in your game plan. You know he has a nasty changeup, and you got to fight to make sure it's in the zone. That's a great take right there.
Ready on 1-2. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the end. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game.
Batting 7th, third baseman, Nick Ahmed.
On its tailor-made to short. 6, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Colton Keogh, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he's in front of a tight little slider that time. Harrison leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. One and 1 to the Dodgers first baseman.
So he threw the slider darting away to him 2 times in a row. Now I don't think he'll go for it again. I'm looking for something hard inside on this pitch.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. The 1-2 is a called strike 3 on the corner.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Colton Keogh. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. In there for strike 1.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys attack in the philosophy more north-south. Just with launch angles and exit velocities, I think guys are afraid to throw that sinking fastball for fear that guys are just going to run their barrel into it. Not the case with the high fastball.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He's going to have to make adjustment on that slider away. He can't just make it a non-competitive pitch and allow these guys to take. He's got to start that a little bit more over the middle of the plate to get that swing and miss on the outer half.
Got him swinging on the fastball there, Colton Keogh. And next will be the Dodgers cleanup hitter, Colton Keogh. A rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Fouled off. Line towards center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, A.J. Pollock. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. The 0-1 pitch. Down the first baseline. Keogh gloves it, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Here's Yasmani Tomas. He has no prior history against this pitcher.
Yasmani Tomas.
Hit to first, right to him, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
Up next for the Diamondbacks, center fielder.
Down the line. Oh, and he has some trouble with it, and a great job to stick with it as he's able to make the play for the 3rd out. 1 left for it. So here's the cleanup hitter, Colton Keogh. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
As we near the end of this one, it's clear the long ball has played a big role in today's outcome. Dan, D-Row, what are your final thoughts on what we've seen?
Yeah, just non-competitive pitches in some big situations, Dan, and the offense took full advantage.
Yeah, you know, D-Row, one of the things about pitching is you want to have location, and it was obvious in this one today that the pitchers weren't on point, and what happens when that happens? Hitters make you pay, and the long ball was a big part of this one here.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. Line to the right side. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Next for the Dodgers, Colton Keogh.
First baseman, Colton Keogh.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Here comes the 1-0. Late that time for a strike. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2. Chafin has become one of the more dominant bullpen arms in the sport today, and a big reason is his swing and miss stuff. Really helps him pitch out of tough situations.
Yeah, Matty V, and I think what we're seeing more and more out of the game of baseball right now in the 8th and 9th inning.
Into the box now, Colton Keogh.
Colton Keogh.
First pitch on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. In there, 1-1.
Well, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
The 1-2. And he strikes out again, and that's the 5th time he's punched out today. This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Adam Liberatore claims the win out of the pen, his first. Kenley Jansen earns the save out of the bullpen, his 5th.
A player receives a check-in from one of his coaches.
So with a runner in scoring position at second base and one away in the inning, it would appear we'll have a pinch hitter here.
First baseman number 21, Colton.
Pickoff move to second. Don't want to forget about it. In there, and it's 0-1. And he's got a chance to bring in the winning run. The question is whether they'll even pitch to him. The 0-1 goes the other way as this is line to left. And this is down. And that should do it. And they've come back to win it here in 11 innings.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
And they did some damage offensively in this one, enough to get the win, and this man led the charge. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, you see, he finishes with a 3-hit game, including a double. He can feel good about that, and we can feel good about giving him.
The California Coastal Layer sits overhead as we welcome you to baseball from historic Dodger. Clayton Kershaw will be on the mound for the boys in blue. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick.
1-1-1.
Oh, he makes the stop. It's there. He got him. Next to the plate for the Padres, Hunter Renfroe. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
Hunter Renfroe.
Attempt here. Keogh right there, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they pick up a run on the solo home run, as that'll give them the lead. At the plate, Colton Keogh, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Guys, the swinging Friars, as they take the field here tonight, they've had a pretty rough go of it of late, and that's being kind. They come in losers of 8 in a row.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to find any way to dig themselves out of this current losing streak, then they're going to have to downshift a little bit. Do the little things right. Play fundamental.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play. Standing in, Carlos Asuaje. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Kershaw now on 1-1. Hit back up the middle. Scooped up. And the throw will go to second as they get to force out. But they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first. At the plate, Colton Keogh comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Just reached back and threw a high fastball right by him. He didn't stand a chance.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Striding in, Colton Keogh. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. He's set, and the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, and that's strike one.
Oh, man, he took a swing and a half at that one. I think some frustration is creeping into these guys, so he might have just been trying to get his guys on the board with one swing.
Caesar is under it. He's got it, and there are two down now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Colton Keogh. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind it, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts.
Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
You see a guy taking swings like this. I think as a pitcher right here, you got to expand the zone even more.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2. And here's a swing and a miss, and that, folks, is a big out number 2. Digging in once again, Colton Keogh. He's gone hitless to this point.
Not a great game up to this point, but none of that would matter if he could come through right here. A chance to be the hero.
Here's the first pitch. The knee buckler, and he swings and misses at it.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Now the 0-2 pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
Now the 1-2 pitch. And a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way.
A lot of times you see guys in the middle of the order get worked away, but not right here. They're keeping it inside on him.
I tried to backdoor him there, but it's a full count now, 3-2. Jock Peterson would be next if they can keep this inning alive. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out. Ready for another chance? Rodney Trimble. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Now the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. He's got it to second for one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out. Eli Valencia will be summoned here to start the home 12th, and the best case scenario for him is to take us to the 13th. First pitch of the at-bat. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. And now a pitch on the way. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1.
Not a bad pitch right there on 0-2, a fastball. And I think as a hitter right now, you have to continue to go up there looking to hit off the fastball.
Now another 1-2. And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ball game to forget thus far. Digging in to try it again. Keogh has got a chance to end this one and send these fans home happy if he can get a ball deep enough into the gap. Too high, 1-0. Pitch out, nothing doing. Before the pitch, a check on that winning run at first. And a dive, but he's back in. Hot shot on the ground is short. Galvis is there. There's one. Back to first. It's a double play, and we've got more baseball. It was mostly pitching and defense in this one, but the man you see here made some noise with the bat, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
And he was locked in at the plate up there. You could really see it in his approach and the swings he put on the ball. Finished with 3 base hits, and he certainly was a big factor in their victory.
The Southern California sun is starting to set as we welcome you to Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. Julio Urias, a Mexican-born lefty, is the man on the mound in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of... That doesn't add up to very good performances, so... turn things around in this one here today.
Throw in time at first for route number 2. Set to get his evening at the plate started, Colton Keogh, and it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. Lifted the other way down the left field line. Desmond is after it. And he makes the catch in the corner. Digging in for his second at-bat, Colton Keogh comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch on its way. And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. And a curveball that started low and broke lower, ball 1. Keogh, a California native, actually. He was taken in the 22nd round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
Line drive, that's a base hit into the right center field gap.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Now the payoff pitch home. And a fastball misses there, ball 4.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Striding in once again, Julio Urias, and he may instead be asked to bunt. We'll see how they approach the situation with 1 away. Now a bunt attempt here. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection. Now back to the top of the Dodgers order. Digging in, Andrew Toles. 1 for 2 in the game. He tripled and scored back in the first. 3-0 pitch. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away. Josh Harrison stands in. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point.
Harrison.
This is on the ground to short. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Here's Charlie Blackmon now.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Pounded down the third baseline. Scooped up on the backhand. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes...
Digging in and looking for more, Holton Keo. He singled his last time up. Here comes the first pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. Desmond moves over. 2 down. Ready for another shot now. Holton Keo. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. The 1-0 is in there for strike 1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Ball 2. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
Hey, a great win for these guys as they wrap up another one. But a little bit of a sour note, though. Everyone has to head home, get on those computers, and get those.
Southern California. Jeremy Hellickson, the right-hander from the state of Iowa, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Yeah, man, he's going to look to be a little bit better in this one. You could say scattering hits. Allowed 9 hits in his last start. His stuff is much better than that, and he's certainly going to be able to give up 9 hits in this one if his team expects to win.
And there's your first out of the inning. And a moment now to peek at the Rockies starting. And that'll bring up the power-hitting middle infielder Ryan Schimm. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. He pulls this one into right. That gets down, and the inning continues.
Everybody's different coming out of spring training. Some guys get off to torrid starts. Some guys struggle. This is one that struggled, but maybe that single gets him going.
Next up for Los Angeles, Holton Keo is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Hara has a play. 2 gone. Stepping in, Holton Keo. He flew out in his last at-bat. First delivery to him on the way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
What good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
2-0 now. Now the 2-0. Pulled toward right center field. Blackmon's after it. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Next for the Dodgers, Holton Keo. Here comes the first pitch. A slider that just grabs the outside corner. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Up around the face. 3 runs, 4 hits. No errors for the Dodgers thus far. Slapped hard the opposite way. Hara is right there as he'll put it away without much problem for the second out.
I know they say some. Man, I don't care who you roll out there against these guys. That's 10 wins in a row.
The manager gooses his team about a lackluster area of performance.
So we're going to see a pinch hitter here with the bases empty and 1 gone in the inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, Colton Keogh.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Takes a high fastball for a strike.
That pitch looked like it could have been a little high, but he's been calling that pitch all night. Kind of rough for a pinch hitter, but I'm sure his teammates let him know that's where the zone has been.
And there's ball 2 now. And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line.
If I'm on the mound, the guy gets a hack off on me like that and crushes a breaking ball down the line, kind of note to self, I'm not going there again.
Oh, and look at this. High in the air and deep. And when this ball comes down, they'll have taken the lead. Home run. And good for him. Colton Keogh has just launched his first major league home run. Hard to say how many more of these he'll hit in his career, but for now, I'm sure he's happy to say he's got at least 1.
Well, I think that any kid who's ever dreamed about playing this game dreams exactly this. Watching the ball disappear over the fence, then circling the bases in a big league ballpark. He'll be replaying that at-bat over and over in his head. And now his phone's going to blow up. He'll be calling his parents, his buddies. Everybody's going to be talking about this one.
Kenley Jansen comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the...
Well, I know you don't want to jinx it by talking about it, but this streak now, it's up to 11 games. When you're playing this well, you think the good times are going to last forever. But in baseball, trust me, this game has a way
A newcomer to the big leagues is interviewed about a milestone moment in his young career.
And it would appear we'll see a pinch hitter here as he'll try to get something started with the bases empty and 2 away.
First baseman number 21, Colton Keogh.
And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses, ball 2.
Count is 2-1.
Now the 2-1 pitch. High pop up. Lamb moving to his left, and the inning is over. Pretty painless half.
Your attention, please.
7-5 tonight's final. The Arizona Diamondbacks get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Bart Anderson wins his third. Well, the clear skies typically mean one thing: a hot afternoon here at Chase Field. Robbie Ray is on the mound for the Diamondbacks. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Wow, when you look into the numbers, they can be a little bit deceiving. Normally, most pitchers pitch better at home, but not this guy. He actually prefers and pitches better on the road. We'll see how he does and if he can adapt and start pitching better at home in this one.
Well, guys, these Diamondbacks, as they begin play, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. So digging in now, Colton Keogh, 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Keogh.
He's set. Here it comes. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. And that one just missed outside. Keogh, just a 19-year-old. He was taken in the 22nd round during the first-year player draft of 2018.
Hey, this guy's got a chance to be an absolute steal. Being drafted where he was, there are definite signs that he has a chance to make an impact at the big league level.
2-1 now. A runner at first with no outs here. Took a good cut that time, but comes up empty. 2-2. Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Slide.
The relay, and he is in there.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
In now, Matt Kemp, and they're runners at the corners now. Runners are at first and third with none out.
All right,
Push softly over toward the right side. On to first, but it's too late as the first base umpire says they just missed getting him at the bag. At the plate, Andreas Dorta, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Turner, the runner at third. Keogh on second. Kemp at first with no outs. Slapped hard the opposite way. Hazelbaker is there. Let's see if they try it. And a relay home, and he is safe at the plate, and the lead is now 3-0.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send him. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Now that's popped up. And another runs across as this is now a 4-0 ball game.
Dan, after this infield hit
Ready once again, Colton Keogh. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Missed with a slider. Now the 1-0 is swung on and missed, strike one.
That pitch was so slow it barely registered on the radar gun.
Yeah, Matt, we don't see too many pitches crawling to the plate like that, especially these days. That can be a really tough pitch for a hitter to wait back on.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 misses for the second ball. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out this. Up next for Arizona, Alex Avila, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. This is pulled into right. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here as this is a beauty to end the inning. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Now at the plate, Colton Keogh. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Nope.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Boxberger stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. He was selected in the first round back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has. Nice pick.
And a half-hearted attempt that time as he broke the plane of the plate. It's a ball and 2 strikes now. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. Starting to go around, but it's a called third strike anyway, and that will retire the side. Now in the box, Colton Keogh, runner in scoring position with Sugan. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch, and there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Tough slider down low for a strike. Working to keep them in the game here. This one's down to third. There is Ahmed.
Right here, on the back, on the back.
And the throw to first is in time, but the damage. A 1-run game, 6-5 the final today. The Los Angeles Dodgers.
A player has addressed about a troubling trend in his plate performance of late. The coach advocates a more disciplined approach.